on our way to enjoy Chocolate Fest.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
On our way to enjoy Chocolate Fest.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Likewise.
So we were on our way to try and find Boquito. Now, right in this instance, I was wondering, are we going to the right place? But we were using Google Maps, so I think we were good. So we walked and we walked and we walked, and eventually, after several walks, we found the place. When trying new places, there are a few questions that come in mind, but the main one is, will it be just like its pictures? And turns out it was exactly like its pictures. However, the girls and I were a little disappointed that it wasn't adequate spacing, because I guess it's Chocolate Fest, so the minor seating that they had were already full. So we kind of had to wait until a group got up before we could be seated, which was, I guess, fine with us. So we waited for our hot chocolates, and so we posed a bit. Once we got the chocolates, we took pictures and enjoyed. It was really a 7 out of 10 for me. I had better chocolate the other day at the Robson Square Cafe. Just for some context, Chocolate Fest is a variety of coffee shops around Vancouver that are partaking in Coffee Fest. So it's not an entire event that occurs on one day. It actually occurs over several days, and persons can go to different coffee shops to experience their different offerings. So after Chocolate Fest, 2 of the girls had a hockey match to go and watch, and V and I were still hungry, so we decided to go to a pizzeria. I can't remember the name, but it was really good. I decided to have this shrimp pizza going on over here, while V had the cheese chicken pizza. I don't remember the name of the pizzas, my bad.
So, backstory, I had to walk to the bus. Well, the SkyTrain station, rather. SkyTrain station. Reason being, on this particular day, buses move slow. So, I missed the bus. So, I had to make the executive decision to walk to the station. It wasn't a bad walk. I'm not used to these kind of walks. But I made it. So, yeah.
So I got on the SkyTrain and I was heading to the location to get to school. I remember telling her something. I like to sit on the SkyTrain. Reason being, standing and walking excessively isn't for me. Class had finished and I had some groceries to go and get, so I headed to the mall to stop at Walmart to get my groceries. I did some window shopping and then I went to get my groceries. The mall is so huge. If I told you that I am used to the mall by now, I am lying. I still get lost every now and again. So I finished this week's grocery shopping and then I headed back home with a view, seated of course. Today was a very long day, but I made it. The bus station is one section, so I was like across the ground level, like way across it, and I had to literally like finish with Walmart and come all the way through the mall to get back to the bus station. And guess what happened? I was there waiting. I checked the time frame for the bus to come, and I was just waiting and waiting. So I saw the bus pull up at the bay, but guess what? It was the wrong bay. So I went on the wrong bus. Can you imagine? I went on the wrong bus. I said to myself, really? You went on the wrong bus? How stupid could you be to go on the wrong bus? But I just said to myself, growing pains, because you're learning. Next time, don't start from the back of the bus. Next time, look at the front of the bus to ensure you're on the right bus. So I had to sit on the bus, endure the ride, come back to the mall, wait on the bus for like 2-3 minutes, and then went on the bus. And it was I'm telling you, a long journey, one long journey home, but I made it. I can do anything with Christ. That's what I'm going to tell myself. But I just need to be observant. God give me 2 eyes. I must be observant. This is my second snack for the day. I have not had breakfast, and so I'm still in my clothes. I'm gonna warm up my breakfast, sit back on the floor, because after sitting in so many seats today, you do not sit on your bed. If you go on the road and sit all about the place, and then come home and sit on your bed, may the Lord help you. May you come to your senses to know that's a lot of germs. And as a matter of fact, if you go on the road and go business and then come home and don't wash your hand, you need to fix that. You need to do some introspection and fix that. Must always wash your hands when you come in from doing whatever you're doing. You must always take off your clothes before you go upon your bed, because if you do that, that's just too much germs, and that's just being nasty. But I'm not supposed to judge. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you don't want to get sick. So to be clean, you do the clean thing. So I ordered my groceries online because to get it from the grocery store home is very hard. It's very hard. So I prefer to order online. You know, it's easy. It's a convenience. I love it. I absolutely love it. Pick it up soon whenever it gets here. And I'm gonna show you guys the bag. And I'm gonna show you how I struggle to move with the bag. Because I know some people may not believe me. But I'm gonna show you guys the struggles I am moving away from, because life does not have to be filled with struggles. You can choose to make your life as easy as you want. Period. So take note, you see how I'm carrying that one bag up the stairs? Imagine me walking with that from the grocery store home. So I saw this video on TikTok, how you're supposed to carry a case of water. It's not by the 2 sides like this. So apparently this is wrong. You're supposed to actually like hold one of the bottles, like hold it like this, and lift it up. No, that still hurts my back, but it's a bit easier than having to walk like this. So I'm gonna show you. Hey y'all, so it is late and I am doing my skincare routine. I am gonna put this on afterwards, the hyaluronic acid serum from Good Molecules, but before I realized my eyebrow is a little bushy, So I'm gonna trim it up. I actually started already. So here's some backstory on my eyebrow shaving history. I've been shaving my eyebrows since like high school. Did they always look good? No, but I knew what I was doing right here, especially to this eyebrow, was absolutely foolishness. Like, the arch itself was so thick. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, throughout, I just knew. Like, look at my face. Like, I knew that something was off. But I proceeded. And I mean, like, it's better to have a thick eyebrow than to have an extremely thin one, because when you have a thinner one, there's not much you can go off. So bear with me. After I finished my attempt, I had to go in with the burning agent. I didn't have any alcohol, so I used hand sanitizer. So I'm just realizing that I have the Year of the Dragon event to go to that my school is partaking in or contributing towards, whichever. But I'm gonna go. My intention was to just go to class online and then do whatever afterwards. Maybe sleep a little because I haven't been sleeping any at all really, because I've been having so much work to do, so many assignments. But hey, I paid for it, so let's go. In Jamaica, there was a period where everybody was singing this song. We're going on our trip in our favorite rocket ship. And I'm telling you, when I saw the big yellow bus that I've seen on so many TV series, I'm like, damn, but they are fine. We journeyed to the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden. So here's what I found out. The Suzhou style scholars garden home built by craftsmen from China without the use of nails, glue, was the first of its kind built outside of China. The garden is modeled after the famous Ming Dynasty gardens from city of Suzhou. It was also completed in 1986. Dr. Sun Yat-sen is known or was known as the father of modern China. He was a Chinese revolutionary and he was educated in the West and became a doctor, but returned to China to unify and modernize his country. All this information I'm reading is from the Vancouver Heritage Foundation. So the features of the classical Chinese garden. This is a scholar's garden and it incorporates architecture, rocks, water, and plants, as you can see by the background. And what's so cool about this entire garden and about the Chinese culture is that everything is planned with so much thought. Like, every single detail is planned with so much thought. From the greenery to the rocks to the water to why the water looks like that. Please note, it is not because the water is dirty. The water represents the yin of nature and the flow of life, and it centers on a pond which is made purposely opaque with a clay liner so that it can reflect the surrounding and creating a sense of tranquility. I was completely mesmerized and immersed in the whole experience because I'm like in Little China. This is the first full-scale Chinese classical garden outside of Asia. Can you imagine? I met these two great guys and spent most of the experience together. The day was coming to a close, and we decided to go to the gift shop that they had. They had jewelry, they have a lot of crafts, and so much more. It was just a pretty cute shop. And that was it for the entire experience. Please subscribe, like, and share.